Well, actually, no, fuck it comes up. Fucking hate that robot. Alright. I would do the usual dab session, but as you can maybe see, I'm already fucking high as a motherfucker. So we're gonna skip that dab session today, and just get straight into the discussion. And it's gonna be about my view on the police and police violence. But first of all, I'm gonna start off with like some facts, most of all, by saying, well, this is gonna get into the Black Lives Matter and like the whole all lives matter, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck you want to call it. My opinion, well, we'll get into that later. But so statistically, it's pretty much dead even on the fucking the committing of crime rates between whites and blacks, as far as like possession and I'd say a violent crime as well. You can look these statistics up on the FBI government website. So the crime rates are practically the same between the two races, but and the population of whites is bigger, and in America, and the population of blacks in America is smaller. So proportionately, more black people are killed by cops than white people are. Even though it looks like a bigger number, proportionately, it's a bigger number of blacks killed in ratio than whites. So yes, black lives do matter to all those fucking racist assholes, but in my personal opinion, only your life only matters as much as you make it matter. So to tell me that a certain race's lives matter more than other isn't necessarily pleasing to hear, but if you look at it on a purely factual based standpoint, then I understand where they're coming from, and they have an argument. So there's a lot to discuss there as well. But and then so statistically, like, I didn't really look up how statistically, like, how many police shootings on average due to encounters, like violent crime encounters, or even just like non-violent crime encounters that lead to police shootings. I didn't look up these statistics yet, but honestly, my personal opinion on these things is that there's always been negative police interactions. But now that we have the technology to record all these things, we're just seeing a lot more of these negative police interactions, and then it causes people to judge police as like a whole unit, which they're not. They're all individuals as well. So I think we should get rid of the whole like idea that we're being plagued with more violence in this world right now, because we're not being plagued with more violence. The world is actually statistically gone down 50%. The crime rate's gone down 50% from 1992 to 2011. The crime rate's gone down, and the fucking population has increased. So crime rate's gone down 50% from 1992 to 2011 with a way bigger population. The only difference is in like city areas that there's been an increase in crime, but that's just due to I would say policy in the way they subjugate certain districts, and even too, unfortunately, races get subjugated into those class-based or wealth. It's like a wealth-based system, and unfortunately, the culture looks down on them. And it's not. I'm not saying I do, but like, since the majority of America is white, it's harder for their culture to be accepted. I'm not saying, and this is personally my opinion. If you think I'm wrong, I'd love for you to tell me your opinion. And then I would say too, personally, for my sake, a policeman has never helped me in any circumstances or made a situation better for me. But that's not including emergency services like ambulances or firefighters. Those are, I would think of them as a different entity than the police. So those guys are, I would think, a lot more helpful than the police, which I think more so look for trouble than to try to fix trouble. But so once again, I'd recap on saying that I do not think that there is an increase in violent crime than there's ever been. That's actually going down, and just the fact that we have the ability to see these things makes us care more about them and makes us think that it's a problem, but really it's just an unfortunate side effect of fucking humanity. Yeah. So that's pretty much my take on the police and their violence that unfortunately does exist, but I don't think you can do anything about it. So peace out, YouTube. Tell me what you think. Peace.